Now, here's a really interesting story that stood out to me. Not that the fact of this reality TV show host, former judge, Judge Joe Brown, um, but the fact that if you've ever heard of the free man movement or man on the land or sovereign man movement, you know that uh, they'll fight their court cases playing the legalese battle, a word game with the judges, and not so much in the Mark Stevens sense, but similar. And the Judge Joe Brown, starts challenging the judge's authority. I mean, he hit the nail right on the head because he, being a former judge himself, knows exactly what you're supposed to say to the judge to dethrone him, if you will. And um, I don't want to give all the cards away yet. Go ahead and watch the video. I'll leave a link below so you can watch it for yourself. But uh, we'll just go ahead. I'll comment as we go along.
Are very close to finding yourself in contempt.
Excuse me, on what authority do you sit, by the way? As a former judge here, we have a rule in the 30th Judicial District that says every single magistrate, referee has to be unanimously approved by every circuit, chancery, and criminal court judge. I don't recall that your name's ever been submitted, sir. This tribunal on a general sessions court's authority is insufficient to establish you. Therefore, I challenge your authority to hear it.
Wow. I mean, he has just gave it away. Exactly nailed what you're supposed to do in your court cases. Challenge the authority of the judge. Well, if you want to play that game, I mean, there's quite a bit at stake when you do that. But I'd rather take my chances and win. So we'll just go on.
By the way, what is that, magistrate, sir? With due respect?
Mr. Brown, the court finds you in contempt.
Here, $10. That's all you got on
We'll
me.
sentence you to 24
You're
hours
out
in the
of
Shelby
it.
County
The
Jail.
maximum constant.
You may have a seat.
I'm not. $10.
Okay. He. Hold on. There's a little bit more to the clip.
That's all you got.
Get
20. Take
Get
it
the
to.
bailiffs.
Go find the law. Or I'm reporting you to the Court of Judiciary. I'll have you charged with violation of process. Now, you want to get into this, let's get into it. This sorry
We will,
operation
sir.
needs to stop.
24 hours, Shelby County Jail for contempt.
You
may have a seat.
Excuse me.
You wish
If
to
you
have
try to
another
do this,
24
you
hours?
need to straighten yourself up and you need
wish
to
have
cite
a
your
second
authority.
day, Mr. Brown.
What's that?
You wish to have a second day.
A second day.
Day. Yes, sir.
I tell you what, you cite the authority. You find it. I looked it up before I came in here. You have $10 maximum contempt jurisdiction.
That's 2
now
days
you jump
in
in
the Shelby
here.
County Jail. You
Okay.
wish to continue.
Okay, tell you what, I'll be out of here very shortly on a petition to habeas corpus, and I'll bring up all these problems. And guess what? You might not be operating tomorrow.
Have a seat, sir.
Okay, as a courtesy to the officers, I'll do that.
Okay. Why I stopped it a minute ago. He goofed up by submitting to the authority by going ahead and submitting the judge's request for the bill for contempt, for the contempt charge. And then he says, no, I'm not going to sit down. Okay, that was the right. And then he says, okay, I'll go ahead and sit down out of courtesy. No. Yes and no. That can mean that you're also submitting to the authority of that judge. And also at the same time, yeah, you're being polite, but you can't be polite like that. You can say, well, I'm going to sit down on my own volition because I feel like sitting down, not because you told me to. And he could have got away with something like that. But, I mean, this is really interesting. He could have played it off way better. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing, especially being a former judge. He knows what authority and what powers that he had as sitting as a judge. And he totally stripped this judge's power away and then gave it right back to him. So that's why he went and sat in jail. But apparently he's out. So we'll go ahead and finish the clip.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cody.
Circus, sir.
That's 3 days.
You can do all you want. You
4
don't
days.
have the jurisdiction I had to do it. You gotta be up above trial judge, you got $10.
5 days.
I offer you $10 too.
So you see that the judge is basically mocking him at this point. You're grounded. You're grounded for a day, 2 days, 3 days. You can't go outside with your friends. 4 days, 5 days. I mean, it's childish. It's funny, but man, I hope this gets spread around that community, the free man movement, and the Cyberman community. So, thanks for watching.